Hello again! I bet you thought I'd never come back, huh? Well, after only uploading one video, I'm proud to say that my upload schedule is already in shambles. But with that aside, we're here to talk Monster Chucker. Now, to start, we have to get a few things out the way. What is a Monster Hunter, and more importantly, who the f*** is Rise? The second one won't be answered, but Monster Hunter is a game where you see food and you eat it, brandishing one of the 12 unique weapons to dabble in the culinary arts in whatever way you wish, preparing to then cook the local fauna on a stovetop, clambering up the ranks of the Hunters Guild to find more and more unique ingredients. I'm sure it's perfectly legal and ethically sourced. So may I introduce you to the titular Monster Hunter, Pastel Goth Girl, and her two most trusted compatriots, Her Affinity,
hey,
and Rat Jam.
Meow.
If this weren't a video game, I'd be on my way to prison!
And I should probably take this time to mention I won't be covering every Sunbreak monster, and especially not every Rise monster, because I'm not that funny. But rest assured, most of them will at least have a little cameo, because I'll be wearing their skin. And so, we meet a new woman in Kimura, detailing how some rogue crustacean has invaded Edo period Japan. He then plans to sell receipts for various artworks, promising big financial gain. He's one of those entrepreneurial types, apparently. And the Knights of the Royal Order want to put a stop to this tyranny, and I've always wanted to cook some crab rangoon, and I get to fry a real crypto bro while I'm at it, so it's a win for every party involved, except for you. Our first hunt begins, and to cull this capitalist crustacean, we must brandish our crab-cutting apparatus in the dual blades. And my god, he goes out in public looking like that. It appears to be much worse than I thought. Let's put him out of his misery quickly. But it doesn't seem like he'll go to the afterlife so readily, but a crab is a crab no matter how many monkeys he says he has. So this should be relatively painful.
Oh my god!
Crab, however, does have one weakness. Watch this shit. And quest complete. Good hustle, guys. Good hustle. But with that out of the way, I guess we should awooga! Ferocious dog boy on the loose. I wonder what this cute little fellow wants. Oh no, I wasn't ready for this kind of commitment. Surprise black hole. And just like that, he's gone. Dame Furain, my beloved, explains that there's a large crater just off the mainland of Elgado. It's probably someone's elevator, but regardless, it seems to be making they-them monsters act up, as it were. So I've been enlisted to help with contracted animal abuse, so may I welcome you to the Elgado Outpost.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than IRS headquarters.
Not sure what stream decks or green screens particularly have to do with the kingdom, but I'm just here to get acquainted with the wildlife. And this is where we meet Admiral Gigachad, along with the quest child, who's apparently the princess of the kingdom, but decided instead of living a lavish lifestyle in the castle, chooses to send hunters to their potential death for fun. You're a little sicko, but that's metal as fuck, and I respect that. But I think we should get some new armor before going out. I decide to skip out on the Daimyo trip for that Velociprey vision. Also deciding to get a fresh fit for my animals. Looking good, Fur.
Thank you, sir.
You don't get to call me sir.
This is like a luau at Mel Blanc's house.
Shut up, Rat Jam. But with all that out of the way, we should probably go check what the Admiral's up to. Am I not supposed to be here? Okay, I'm just gonna go hunt like a Kulu-Ya-Kussy or something. Welcome to the jungle, and we're on the prowl for a certain Kulu-Ya-Kussy. Hold on, I think that might be him. And this toking turkey has got some fight in him with his main method of attack, stoning me like I'm an aristocrat in ancient Greece with the crush force of a hydraulic press to cave in the skull of any hunter that would attempt to take a spliff from his stash. Which explains why he's always carrying around that pot and has that distinctive red around his eyes. To be blunt, he's not that much more dangerous than any other piece of poultry, but he is known for using the confused man as a shield to But with the power of alternative rock, using the watery force of sponge and resonance to strategically beat it over the head and bully Kulu like he owes us his lunch.
you up in smoke!
Actually, now that I think about it, I probably could have just drawn a line in front of it, right? But before we move on to an actual monster for the video, I want to get some fish and chips. Welcome to the Amazon rainforest, home of underpaid workers and the dystopian mental health box. Now, I know what you must be thinking. You cast Shogun Shianatusi and you kept Juratotus in the video. And, whilst yes, it does make me act up, it's so much funnier to keep the Stinky Fish in the video. And think about my feelings. I had to fight Juratotus. And you may retort, that's self-inflicted. However, I implore you to consider the following. I'm outside your house. Now enjoy your shelling barrage simulator and my realization that fighting Juratotus with a gun lance is absolutely miserable. But I always thought gunpowder gave fish an added tang. Now there isn't that much to actually talk about in regards to Mr. Fish, but for some reason he was one of the world monsters to come back and is the only piscine wyvern in the game. Why choose this stupid muddy fish that throws its sticky icky all over the place when you could instead have a cooler monster? Like Lavacio. And Capcom, where's my Plesioth? I want to see people crying on Twitter about his hyperspace hip check. And imagine a normally Plesioth, that would be hilarious. Now it's time to finish this off, and move to an actual Sunbreak monster people care about. Welcome to the Citadel, home of the agitated ape Harambe, and as you might have guessed, is one of the three lords, and is somewhat inspired by the Western creation of Frankenstein's Chonka, having the ability to throw continents at you like a certain other simian. But he's not to be confused with Furious George. He'll come later. And with the horrifying ability to coat his arms in both Shark Boy and Lava Girl. He's hot, then he's cold, he's yes, then he's no, he's in, then he's out, he's up, then he's down. And he's sure to make it real steamy, giving you the clap faster than your mother. Give it to me. And with all this to consider, you may wonder, is there anything powerful enough to destroy the Vasilikos power plant? Yes, the Motor Menace himself, Volvo. Not to mention the other automobiles in the trio, Lamborghini and Bentley Argeros, to give this ape the beatdown of a century, then subject him to a death by 1,000 cuts. He do be looking pretty fresh though. But his panache is worthless in the face of the Shoryuken! Oh yeah, he can also rocket jump TF2 style. I just hope he doesn't bring out the shovel. Run it back. But with the Golm gone, we can finally go. Now that we're done with him, and while we're here, we should probably deal with my furry OC that I've just kind of let run rampant. Admittedly, that was pretty careless. I hope he's ready for a rude awakening. Hey guys, Frost here, welcome to Iceland Wolf, and apparently this one doesn't take rejection well. But after hearing about this tier 4, I decided excessive head trauma was the way to maybe beat some sense into him, and it's with the blast element. This Tinder Tyrant will give you a little more than the cold shoulder. He'll give you a fucking cold colonoscopy, but that's not all Ice Cold Andy has to offer you. He's also got a wide variety of moves, like the surprise vasectomy and the large monster special. I'm just gonna run at you. But not to worry, furries out there, because he also stands on his hind legs to become anthropomorphic, going from a measly 5'11" to a menacing 6 feet tall. I guess he becomes icier too, but who cares? It's nothing a little TLC won't fix. Now it's time to do him the dirty and reveal why I truly chose Hammer, to create a Genshin impact into the skull of my adversary. He's off again, but I'm not called a hunter for nothing, and following the trail of blood is easy enough. Huzzah! Another wolf euthanized. And while we're at it, there's murmurs of another troublesome furry in the jungle, so maybe we could swing on over. Whew. Oh. Wow. Welcome to the Furry Bait, Mizutsune. It's actually commonly known Monster Hunter lore that Mizutsune is actually a Lagiacrus that was slipped one too many estrogen pills and as such became a cod-hungry fish boy. Look, I changed the webpage. It's also the monster with the least threatening unique status effect of Bubble Blight, making it act like a cartoon character, but you do want to get a little soapy if you have the armor because it gives you that evade window advantage. And this might be difficult for those of you who've never taken a shower before because this fish will clean the floor with you whether you want it to or not. It even puts you in the spin cycle. But with the power of the Nintendo Switch axe and the suitable pirate garb, I'm ready for anything. But what I can't say I expected was this slippery little devil to also be a great Trackmania player. Like, my god, look at that bug slide. And look at that, he's on world record pace! To the afterlife. Jesus, I've been walking for days. Wait, where am I? No, I'm in! Welcome to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, except you're cosplaying the grind rail. So may I introduce you to Sir Steve Regios in the arid wastelands of Western Australia, and unfortunately for me, it's swooping season. But in the lands of Australia, we have to deal with flying menaces of our own, and they're much more threatening, being docile until they have to pay child support and then take out their wrath on cyclists. So fighting a dragon that does this is only a slight increase in the fear factor. But clipping those nails and introducing Steve to the endemic life to get an edge like this, yup, is a great way to put this AFL team out of commission. Steve's also known to fire these scales into the ground that when you stub your toe on them cause severe pain and internal bleeding. But pop a squat, work those quads, and the sheer strength of your muscles contracting causes all internal bleeding to cease. Or just eat a fish. And though he can even drop in from the top rope, like everything in Sunbreak, he's unfortunately weak to the power of plasma. And luckily enough, I'm getting out of this hellhole. I'm going back to the forest. Finally, I'm back. And wait, is that an... Welcome to the Incredible Fella. I'm Donny Socksville, and this is the Diving Wyvern. Now, as you may have already noticed, this is an Espinus. From the Monster Hunter MMO, Monster Hunter Fuck You, full screen explosion. And due to this, Espinus has some goofy shit, like a fireball that burns, poisons, and paralyzes you, which is not only immoral, but illegal in 7 states. And better yet, if you get hit by it, Mr. Spinus will then perform the all the way through tag on you, turning you into what's effectively a hunter shish kebab. And this is one ugly bastard that doesn't pull its punches. Luckily, neither do I. But with L Spindash having armor that only softens when enraged, it makes it awfully hard not to fight on its terms. But when it does start turning red, you can cut through its flesh like a hot blade through butter, to spread on your croissant. And this all makes Espinus one tough milk to crack. Please Capcom add more frontier monsters, because
This is a certified hood clap.
Wait, is this an actual request from the Admiral? And where have you been this whole time? Oh, whatever. Evening Pastel. It's the middle of the day. I'm sorry I was so quiet when I sent you out. I was just very nervous, you see, but it would seem you've gotten yourself rather lost, but we need you, Pastel. The Drip Beast has returned. You know what to do. Wait, Drip Beast? Guro Magucci got the drip. This man's bling is iced out, truly dripped to the nines. But he only reveals his true swag when going into a fashion frenzy. This MF style is only exceeded by one other entity, and for my own safety, I dread potentially having to face it. But aside from the fit, Guro also likes to put you in the friend zone, where you have to go full schizophrenic rage in order to offset the grape-flavored rabies taking over, and you get mad buffed for doing it, just like with real rabies. But whilst clearly dangerous, the pure drip form also has its advantages, such as being able to break Gore's Yankee with Brim, his most prized possession. But the main strategy I use to avoid his onslaught of insults is to use him as an umbrella and tickle his little gamer toes. And in order to suppress his oppressive dress, I must overpower his strength with cringe, which, as you may have seen, I'm using the longsword to fulfill such a goal.
Hey! This motherfucker got them big keys!
You should kill yourself now!
Kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling good.
Sexy booty?
I'm dying. Help me.
Finally done with all that. At least for now. We better get back to the outpost. Pastel! Mazet! No! This video's taken far too long already, but it's an Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I've been Frost Hydra. Hit the ritualistic red blood sacrifice button below. New sermons every now and then. Like if you want. And till next time, I'll see you all later. Hello those of you who've stuck around. And thank you so much for the incredibly positive response to my previous video. That was unexpected to say the least. I'll be the first to admit there are a lot of issues with it and changes I would make had I made it now, but hey, everybody's got to start somewhere, and I've tried my best to prevent any issues from the first from plaguing this video. This was obviously a very different style to my previous video, and I wanted to see if I'd enjoy making a video that was primarily joke and more entertainment focused, and I had a lot of fun making it. I have a few ideas for videos in the future in both the review and in this style, but please let me know which you prefer. And I pray that my next videos won't take me nearly as long as this video did, but my main goal here was to improve my editing and fix those little issues from my first, and hopefully it showed. So thank you so much again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. See you later, crocodiles.